right? I see a dream. A dream that feels like it should be a memory. But I don't know if I have anything left to remember. My experiences, my memories, pretty much everything that makes up Hakuno is gone. But even with that, I'm looking back into the past. So maybe it's Altera's dream, not mine? I see a single vessel traveling through countless glimmering lights in a boundless sea. No, not lights. And not a sea, they're stars in space. I don't know whose vessel it is, but I know that she's inside it. A lone traveler amongst the stars. She flies faster than light, for a length of time beyond all human measurement. Could that vessel be the Umbral Star itself? It doesn't look that way. I imagined it. Not like a vessel of destruction at all. It looks majestic, beautiful almost, like a jewel. Of course, I'm seeing it from a distance, and I have no way to calculate its size. I wonder how big it truly is, and whether I could comprehend that kind of scale. It continues on a long, long voyage. Its journey seems endless. It simply sails along through space, illuminated by the glistening stars in the blackness. And inside, she waits, not only to physically arrive at her next destination, far off as it is, but to reach the right time, when the civilization within that destination achieves their pinnacle ripe for the harvest. Eventually, the Umbral Star finds something. Its brother, one might say, a pure photonic crystal, 1/6 the size of a planet it orbits, the seventh heaven, arctograph created by the unknown race, the moon, also known as the mooncell. The Umbral Star then sheds a fragment of itself, aiming towards the mooncell to raid its treasure trove of information about Earth. The fragment resembles a single teardrop, or perhaps a comet, and she's likely rotting in it. Now it begins. Could this be the end of life on Earth? The harvester has arrived, ready for the reaping. It aims to take the mooncell with all its recordings and all events on Earth. Even the recordings of Earthling sounds are engraved in this code, and at this time, it will destroy the lives that inspired them. I can only imagine that all of this took place just before the White Titan's rampage, just before the burning of the Earth. The messenger from the stars, the embodiment of destruction, the Titan of tears. Then I can see a cancerous invasion spread across the Earth. Extinction seems inevitable. She crushes all civilization and accepts no surrender. The beasts of nature suffer horrible mutations, run amok, and ultimately fall to ash. She leaves no trace of life behind. Everything on Earth and the moon is dominated or doomed to... Blah. You guys, this is what happens. I'm actually recording Earth. Well, no, I'm not recording Earth. It's like 4 o'clock. But, it's whatever. Everything on Earth and moon is doomed to annihilation by her hands. Oh, look at this picture again. It's missing a head. Simple and calm, almost like a machine, the Titan smashes everything by the order of the Umbral Star, converting life and civilization into her own mana. She grows, transforms, and transcends all time. And, all the while, she thinks.
私は何をしているのだろう。この行為にどんな意味があるというのか。破壊、破壊、破壊。旅の果てに出会ったもののすべてをただ壊す。あなたたちを、あなたたちを壊す、壊す、壊す、壊す、壊す。取り込んで壊す。なんだこれは。
I can sense her feelings, hesitation, bewilderment, regret, the doubt she's held as she marched across the scorching earth.
私は何なのだ。破壊のためだけの破壊を私はしている。これは違う、違う、違う、違う。だって私は こんなもの一度だって。
Hey, look, it's this stone painting. But now we can see the full picture of it. That's a weird looking head. The White Titan can't stop herself. Most of the land is in ashes now. Ancient civilizations have been erased. The galaxy's original organisms have already begun to die out. They've been shattered, burned, and exterminated. Our Earth and Moon are no different to her than other planets she's been to. She's only fulfilling her duty. She'll wipe everything out, upload all the information she's gathered back into her starship, and then, as per her programming, she'll self-destruct. Her journey will finally end. At least, that's the plan. But it doesn't happen that way. That light. The light. The light! So big and bright, it nearly swallows the Titan whole. Her body, tougher than any stone on Earth, strong enough to resist the heat of stars, cracks before it. The impossible has happened. No one could have beaten the Titan, not even the very personification of the world's concepts, those who are worshipped as gods. She'd have crushed them right alongside their followers. None of them could have stood between her and her duty. But after she struck down one particular god, the concept of conflict, later known as the god of war, it appeared. A single sword, forged and refined in the depths of the earth. Whatever man or god lived to witness its birth called it the Holy Sword. The ultimate phantasm, created by the stars of humanity's deepest wishes. The embodiment of world-saving hope.
これは何だ。知っている。これを知っている。これは剣だ。私が破壊した戦いの神が手にしていたもの。でもあれよりもこれはとても小さい。人が手にするくらい小さいのに、ああ、こんなに熱い。
The white massive figure splits in two. All the spiritrons it had absorbed from the planet fall into the Earth's surface like a powdery snow. There, in a faraway land, the Titan completes its collapse. It falls by the light of the stars, to whom humanity had sent its most desperate wishes. After that, with the Titan having fallen to Earth, its memories are transmitted back to Altera's main body. Her digital form absorbs and records. Her digital form absorbs the records, I don't know what I was reading, of Earth's destruction. She has fallen to perform her duty. She can neither finish off the Earth nor conquer the mooncell. The backlash from the Titan's death shuts down Altera's real body on the moon, at least, for a few minutes. With that opening, the mooncell seals Altera's body away in an unknown darkness, not connected to anything else. The zero dark. Something about all that doesn't seem to fit. The Umbral Star is supposed to purpose, or the Umbral Star's supposed purpose is to harvest, but the Titan seems hell-bent on destruction. It's like a farmer burning all his crops. In any case, that particular harvest came to an end. The Umbral Star, having passed through its solar system, sailed on through the Sea of the Stars, leaving its shard behind, the Zero Dark. And in the center of that unknown land, there was only Altera. All alone, with nothing in her way and nowhere to go, surrounded by nothingness. At least during her journey, she could look out and see the stars, not just blackness, not just herself, endlessly replaying her own memories of death and destruction. But about 13,000 years later, Altera received a new memory sent from Earth. She saw a rolling green field with a cool breeze sweeping through it. No matter which way she turned her head, the field seemed endless. That memory, that feeling, stuck with her, like a precious moment from her own life submerged in a dream. That image had a surprising origin. When the Titan fell, its body became a ruin, and in that ruin, humans found a sliver of its essence intact in the form of a small child. The tribe in Central Asia who made that discovery raised that child to be the champion for their people, a born warrior. She became their leader, all without knowing her own true name or origin, and so, still imprisoned alone on the moon, Altera experienced life as a single human. She rode freely through the plains. She headed west with her many allies. She fought against all the people of the West in an unparalleled lore of conquest. She was given a name, one very different from Sefer. She hated the sound of it, and always said she wanted something cuter, but her elders would only smile and shake their heads. And then, how cruel is this? Altera, trained and engineered to destroy all humans, gained the experience of being one. And by living as a human, she learned human emotions, which she then retained after that mortal body's death, and continued to experience as she lived on, alone, in that cavern. Loneliness, emptiness, nostalgia, and the lingering guilt of all they lived, or all the lives she'd taken. And though the long, long dream had passed now, your emotions are seeping into me, into this empty body with no memories of its own. I realize once again how unstable my existence is. What it really means not to have any memories. I feel light and hollow, like I wouldn't be surprised if I disappeared, but I'm not afraid. Who am I? My existence isn't natural, that's for sure. In fact, I think even Altera's existence is more natural than mine. I awaken from the dream. Slogging off the drowsiness, I approach the edge of the cage. The cage door can withstand any amount of force, but at the slightest nudge from me, it swings open. Yesterday, she promised to destroy the cage, but it seems, I see, she destroyed the lock. So now I can step outside, well, outside, at least I can stretch my legs, without having to worry about getting grabbed by a giant or sucked into a ring. Still, it would be nice to get some fresh air sometime soon. We had this weird dream, Altera. I don't know what it was about. It was super weird, though. As I look up from the ground, it really hits me. Altera is so beautiful. Well, no, wait. I mean, she is, but from down here, I can really see the difference in size between us. But for all her height, for all the length of her limbs, she carries herself with such grace and dignity. It almost doesn't feel right calling her a giant or a titan. She seems more like a goddess. Even if she is a huge walking apocalypse, she's still beautiful. A beautiful monster. I had an inkling of that when I first saw her, but now after seeing that dream, it hits me like never before. Maybe her beauty is just beauty, wherever you find it. Oh no, did you put bodily fluids in there? That's a no-no. Wait, what? What? I ingested enemy programs, or installed them, or that's gotta be bad for my health, right? Hakano over here eating computer parts. Oh wait, like a little medicinal wine before bedtime? Well, if she's apologizing that much, and she did say she was joking, but seriously, let's never actually do that, ever. I belatedly tell her, "Good morning, my drowsiness is gone now, so she doesn't need to worry about that." Oh, look at this redecoration. We got, she doesn't have her giant bed anymore. There's some skinned bears and tigers. Or a skinned bear and tiger. A box? I'm good at destroying those boxes.
最初は本当に何もなくて暗いだけの空っぽの部屋でした。本当に何もなくて。
I think I have an idea of what she means, now that I've seen that dream of hers. For such a long time, there was nothing here but her.
でもある日ふと届くものがあったんです。何と言えばわかるでしょう。それはとっても不思議な初めての感覚で、あなたたちのように言うなら、
Oh, did you have the same dream we did last night? That's cool.
夢のようなものでしょうね。見えたんです。その
Ooh, maybe you dreamed about us.
その経験を思い返して模様替えをした結果が今日からの石室です。あなたの大きさに合う絨毯や装飾品を作りたかったのですが、私にはまだ難しすぎて。でも金貨の海だと歩きづらいでしょ。
Yeah, that would be nice. Like I said, I couldn't imagine trying to walk on a pile of coins.
いかがでしょう。少しは良くなったとか思いません？
Yeah, it's definitely better than before. Well, it's certainly better than being stuck in a cage, and she did spend all night making it, so I ought to be thankful. Thanks, Altera. But next time, can I request something more civilized?
はい、ありがとうございます。よかった。喜んでもらえて。あなたと私の大切な場所だから、少しでも、ほんの少しでも良くしたいのです。私にはここだけだから。